Hello everyone and welcome to MDLR Fishing. My name is Mark and today I want to share with y'all how it is that I rig a certain paddle tail that you have seen me use out there in the marsh and have had great success with it. So we're going to talk about the hooks that I use, the fishing line, the rod and reel setup, everything that makes me successful whenever I'm chasing down reds, flounder, whatever it may be that is swimming. So hang tight and let's get started. Let's begin with the rod and reel setup that I am using. This is a Shimano Calcutta Conquest 100 series, very small aluminum heavy duty bait caster, and I have it spooled with 10-pound Power Pro right there. Very thin stuff. I love to give the fish a fighting chance. And not only that, I'm able to cast this a little bit further than the heavier braids. Right here, we've got 20-pound Seagar. This is the happy medium that I use because where I fish, there's a lot of snags, mainly oyster and barnacles and such. The 20-pound is what I found that helps me to bring in the fish. It'll very abrasion resistant, and so if a red or any other type of fish tries to go into the oyster or around structure, maybe my Mirage Drive as they're swimming around, I am able to resist them slicing straight through this 20-pound. Now I have used 10-pound, 8-pound, and even 6-pound fluoro in the past, but this right here is what allows me to ensure that I do get the catch and I'm able to show y'all on TV. I have a 7-foot custom extra light action rod, and this thing works really nice in conjunction with the reel. The reason why it's so like such a limber rod that I choose to use is because whenever you're fighting the reds, they are big, and the hook set, trying to muscle something that's 5+ pounds around on a hook set, you can tend to get carried away and then just do one of those Bass Angler Pro hook sets, and then your line is going to snap, your leader is going to snap. Something has got to give. So this limber rod basically bends on the hook set, and simultaneously the reel is able to engage the drag at the same time, so it ensures that I don't lose many fish because of the line breaking or the leader failing, plus also possibly straightening out a hook or possibly pulling the hook out of the fish's mouth. So speckled trout have very paper thin mouths, and this ensures that there is some give. It's not just like I'm gonna winch those guys in. This right here is the feature of the video, and it is a BioBait DNA series swim bait, 3.75 inches long, perfect size for everything that's out there in the marsh, and they can usually take it in with just one bite. With exception to flounder, they may just nip the tail or get the head, so you got to give it a little bit of time, and most of the time it's just guesswork. You don't know what's actually biting unless you go fishing that much that you can honestly tell the difference. So if it's a hard bite, I tend to set the hook immediately, but this lure, unlike other paddle tails out there, it's plant-based and it's infused with fish oil. So it's a lot cleaner than the substitute, which everybody knows and uses Gulp. I used to use Gulp a lot too until it's ruined plenty of tackle boxes because the juice just gets everywhere. So this is another alternative. I've been having really good success with it. Check out some of my fishing videos and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The hook that I am using is a Owner twist lock hook. It's a 3/0 size and then a 1/16 ounce weight. The main reason why I choose to use this hook, I'm not endorsed by Owner or any of these other products. I'm not pro staff. I just use their items. Now, with BioBait, they have worked out a deal with me because I use their lures. I am able to provide you all with a discount code MDLR. That gets you 10% off on BioBait's website, and I earn a 10% commission. So just trying to be upfront with each and every one of y'all. But with everything else, there are no types of deals that I have. So going back to the hook, why I'm using the owner twist lock, if you take a look at the owner twist lock, the twist lock, corkscrew, and guide pin, it helps to stick the plastic straight dead center, and it guides that corkscrew all the way in perfectly. With the Bass Assassin, I used to have to do a lot of guesswork on the way that was going in. So something so small as that little guide pin or needle point has made me change up from the Bass Assassin hook to the twist lock from owner. The downfall to it is that's a 1/16 ounce weight. I love fishing the 1/8 ounce and the 1/4 ounce, but you cannot find a 1/8 ounce weight on the owner twist lock hook. So it's just something that I have to live with. I don't get to fish the very bottom, or I have to fish very slow in order to get the lure all the way down there to the bottom. So that's just a quick little reference on the hooks that I use. Now right here is another one that I use sometimes, and I haven't really had much success. I have been able to catch fish, and I have been getting bites with this right here. This is a owner flashy swimmer. I love using underspins in freshwater, so I've had minimal success. I've heard lots of things that flounder love going after these flashy underspins, so I've tried it. I have been bit while trying to fish for flounder, but never a successful hookup. My thinking is that whenever this is rigged on it, they're nipping at the tail or the actual spin itself, and being that it's such a long lure, I am not waiting long enough to actually let them take it. So not too much success with flounder, but with redfish and trout, I have been able to use this and bring them in. I do use it, however, not all the time. If I am going to use it, it's probably because the water is very murky and dirty. So the spinner on this thing, that blade, is just an extra attractant. Plus it also puts out vibrations. So that, coupled with the fish oil and the wobble from the tail, you're now going to get wobble from this blade. Plus you're going to get the vibrations that the blade gives off. And you've got a lot of things going for you whenever you're using this in conjunction with the swim bait down there. So another reason why I prefer to use this versus the old school open like hook gap jig heads, in the marsh there's a lot of oyster, there's a lot of grass, depending on which marsh system we're going to go fishing in, and I hate constantly having to clear my hook of grass. Now, every once in a while, this will get some grass built up on it, but it's not as much as an exposed hook. I hear some of y'all what you're saying. Don't you miss a lot of bites? Rarely ever do I miss bites because the hook is still somewhat exposed. It's just not completely exposed like the other hooks that are out there for your regular style jig heads. So what advantages I get on this is if I'm in the oyster, usually I can pop the rod, the butt of the rod, and it will free this from the snag, versus the other one, once that hook gets embedded into a piece of oyster, then you're done. And there you have it, everyone. That is a quick glimpse behind the red curtain on the tackle that I am using, especially that swim bait, plus the setup that I use that makes me successful, and I'm able to put fish in the boat at the same time having a great time fighting the fish. It'll bring a whole new appreciation to the catch whenever you're fighting them and they actually have a chance to get away instead of just winching them in. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, tight lines, y'all.